Ever thought jumping into freezing cold water could be good for you? Sounds crazy, right? I mean, who wants to start their day feeling like they're being electrocuted by the Arctic? But what if I told you that a cold plunge could actually boost your mood, sharpen your focus, reduce inflammation, and maybe even help you live longer? Yeah, it sounds like something a fitness guru made up to sell you a $2,000 cold plunge tub. But the truth? Science is actually catching up to the hype. In this video, we're diving, literally, into the 6 real research-backed benefits of cold plunging, also known as ice baths or cold water immersion. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a stressed-out parent, or someone just curious about the whole Wim Hof thing, this one's for you. And trust me, you'll want to stick around for benefit number 6. It might just change the way you think about fat and metabolism forever.
Let's kick it off with something almost everyone can relate to: stress and mental fog. Cold plunges might just be your new secret weapon for improving mental health and focus. See, when you expose your body to cold water, your nervous system goes into high alert. Your heart rate spikes. You gasp. Your body thinks, "What the heck is happening?" But here's the cool part, quite literally. Studies show that just one cold water immersion can cause dopamine levels to rise by 250%. That's your motivation and reward chemical. At the same time, noradrenaline levels spike by over 500%, giving you a massive rush of energy, clarity, and mood elevation. In one experiment, researchers had 2 groups. One went into the cold ocean for 20 minutes, the other just stood nearby. The cold water group reported massive improvements in depression, fatigue, and even self-esteem. The land group? Nada. It's no wonder cold plungers say they feel reborn or mentally clear after a dip. This is nature's reset button for your brain. Next up, muscle recovery. Whether you've just crushed leg day, ran a 10K, or chased toddlers around all morning, you've probably felt that deep muscle ache a day or 2 later. That's delayed onset muscle soreness. Cold plunges are a go-to recovery tool for athletes, and here's why. When you plunge into cold water, your blood vessels constrict. This reduces inflammation and slows down muscle tissue damage. Once you get out and warm up, the blood rushes back in, helping to flush out waste and bring in oxygen-rich nutrients. A study found that athletes who plunged after an intense workout had lower creatine kinase levels, a marker for muscle damage. They also felt significantly more recovered, reporting less soreness and greater readiness to perform again the next day. Here's the catch. If you're lifting weights to build muscle, plunging right after your session might actually blunt muscle growth by interfering with the natural inflammation that builds strength. So if hypertrophy is your goal, save the plunge for rest days or hours later. Let's talk about staying healthy, because no one wants to be knocked out by a random virus. A major study out of the Netherlands looked at 3000+ people who ended their regular hot showers with a 30 to 90-second blast of cold water. The result? They took 29% fewer sick days than the warm shower-only group. And if they also exercised regularly, that number jumped to 54% fewer sick days. That's insane. Researchers think that cold exposure may activate the body's immune system, potentially increasing the production of white blood cells and improving circulation. It may also lead to short-term stress adaptations that help your body respond better to real illness. It's not a magic cure, but let's be real. If adding a minute of cold water to your routine means less time sick in bed and more time living your life, it's worth it.
This one's huge, and it goes beyond just toughing it out. Cold plunges put your body into a controlled stress response. Your sympathetic nervous system, the fight-or-flight part, kicks in hard. You gasp, your heart races, your breathing goes wild. But if you can control your breath and stay calm through that chaos, you're literally retraining your stress response. This is known as cross-adaptation, where training your body to handle stress in one situation, like cold water, makes you more resilient in others, like work deadlines, traffic jams, or emotional conflict. Repeated cold exposure has been shown to dampen the stress response over time, meaning your body becomes less reactive, more adaptable, and better at returning to baseline. Plus, after the plunge, your parasympathetic nervous system kicks in, helping you calm down, recover, and even digest food better. It's like a built-in reset switch for your brain and body. Think of cold plunges as a mental gym. You're lifting stress reps and building emotional muscle. Let's talk metabolism. And yes, we're talking fat-burning potential. During a cold plunge, your body goes into heat-generating overdrive. Metabolism can spike by up to 350% just to keep you warm. That alone is a nice little calorie burn, but it's what happens over time that's really fascinating. Repeated cold exposure activates something called brown fat, a type of fat that burns energy instead of storing it. Unlike regular white fat, brown fat creates heat and uses up sugar and fatty acids to do it. The more brown fat you activate, the better your body becomes at regulating blood sugar and staying metabolically healthy. In fact, one study found that cold exposure may actually improve insulin sensitivity even more than exercise, especially if you shiver. Now, don't get it twisted. Cold plunges aren't a weight loss miracle, but they do condition your body to burn fuel more efficiently and improve metabolic flexibility. Think of it as metabolic cross-training. And finally, better sleep and emotional release. While this one's still being studied, many cold plungers report sleeping like babies after a dip. The theory? Cold water increases parasympathetic activity. That's the rest and digest part of your nervous system, which helps slow your heart rate and calm your mind before bed. One small study looked at people with anxiety and depression who cold plunged just 8 times, and the majority reported major improvements in mood. Even just a single 5-minute plunge was shown to boost mood for hours. And honestly, it makes sense. When you've just survived 3 minutes in ice-cold water, your inbox doesn't feel quite so threatening anymore. People often describe the experience as leaving their stress in the water, like a full-body mental detox. It's raw, it's real, and it works. Now, if you're ready to take the plunge, here's how to do it without turning into a popsicle. Start with what you have. A bathtub and a couple bags of ice work great. Or just turn your shower cold for 30 seconds at the end. Beginners should aim for 60 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 to 18 degrees Celsius, for 1 to 2 minutes. As your tolerance builds, slowly lower the temp, but never go below 39 degrees Fahrenheit, 4 degrees Celsius, unless you're highly trained and being supervised. Keep your sessions short. 3 to 5 minutes is plenty. Focus on slow, controlled breathing. Afterward, warm up with light movement, jumping jacks, a brisk walk, or sauna if you've got one. Skip the super hot shower right away. And don't cold plunge right after lifting weights if your goal is muscle growth. It can interfere with your body's natural adaptation processes. Instead, plunge before workouts or on off days. Lastly, check with your doctor if you have heart issues, high blood pressure, or other medical conditions. Cold water is powerful, and it's not for everyone. All right, now it's your turn. I want to hear from you. Have you ever tried a cold plunge or ice bath? Would you ever consider it now that you know the science? Let me know in the comments. Was it amazing, terrifying, life-changing? Let's swap stories. And hey, if you learned something new, do me a favor. Hit that like button, share this video with a friend who needs a wake-up call, literally, and subscribe for more evidence-based health and wellness content like this. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay strong, and stay cool. See you in the next video.